Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ashley, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how I became a tattoo artist and essentially my transition from being a tattoo artist over to just focusing on digital art. Also, please ignore all of the junk that you see behind me. My boyfriend's currently using my office as a storage unit. Well, just to start things off, I guess, I've always loved drawing. I've drawn since I was a really young kid, and I used to be in art school when I was quite young, so I would go to both elementary school and high school, and then after school I would also take art classes. So it's been a part of my life for a really long time, but essentially I had a friend that had left her job to become a tattoo artist at one point in my life. I think I was probably around 20 or 21 when that happened. And I was instantly, I don't want to say jealous, but I instantly felt like that struck a chord in me, because I was also somebody that loved drawing. I love tattoos as well. And it really just intrigued me, and it made me want to learn more about doing that. I thought to myself, how awesome would it be for me to be able to do my passion every day and then also have that be a part of my livelihood? Just a disclaimer as well, I was a self-taught tattoo artist, as was she, but I know that that's a very controversial topic for most people, because any tattoo artist that has worked in a shop would probably disagree with this, but I don't really care, quite frankly, because I ran a successful business for a while doing this, and I also learned a lot. The first thing that I had done was ordered some pieces online. I think it was just Amazon. I didn't want to invest in anything expensive just yet because I wasn't really sure how this is gonna go, but I ordered my gun, I ordered paper, I ordered, and when I say paper, transfer paper, which is what we use for stencils, and I just started practicing on fruit. I started practicing on oranges specifically, on fake skin, and then I also started practicing on my friends as well, any friends that would let me. So holding a tattoo gun is much different than holding like an Apple pencil or holding a real pencil, so it definitely was quite a learning curve, but at the same time, if you have the foundations of drawing already and you're already used to drawing in general, it definitely makes things a lot easier. Also, so when I started actually taking this seriously and wanting to start tattooing people, I also recognized that I probably need an iPad, because doing it the old school way and drawing out your tattoos for people essentially would just take way too much time. You would have to do so many revisions. If you made a mistake, it would just be an absolute nightmare. So I recognized this and I got my iPad and I started using Procreate for that. Anyone that was willing to let me tattoo them, I would tattoo them for practice, and I would post the ones that I liked on my Instagram. I made a new page for my tattoo account, which was Blank Canvas Tattoo, and I then started posting my art, and somehow it gained some traction. I think the type of tattoos I was doing were what came easiest to me at first, because it was mainly just fine line, very like dainty, detailed work, but nothing too advanced. And so this was really just what I wanted to do starting out. My audience was mainly women, and I would tattoo men sometimes as well, but it was mainly women, and I think it's just because of the style of tattoo I was doing. I was doing more dainty type of artwork, so I feel like that was just very in trend, probably still is now, but there's just a high demand for that, and I didn't even realize. So I started gaining a lot of traction, and I started booking in real appointments, and this is while I also had a 9-to-5 job, which I never actually let go of at the time. And reason being for that too is I just wasn't ready to give up the stability of it, and I wasn't fully sure this is what I wanted to do. I needed to give myself some time of tattooing as well, just so that I could actually see what I liked about it. So all of a sudden, I was a part-time tattoo artist. I was taking in about 10 clients a week on top of my 9-to-5, and I quickly burnt myself out beyond belief. I felt like I was so green, so it made me say yes to everybody who came my way. And I also was living by myself, and I live in an expensive city, and I was making good money doing this, and there was a lot of incentive for me to keep going in that aspect, because I wasn't used to making that kind of money on the side. It was also I was just getting so much attention to the point where, and it was all through word of mouth really, and so it was very rewarding in that sense. But at the same time, I was absolutely exhausted. I had to sacrifice a big part of my social life. I had to sacrifice a big part of my health. And I am somebody that likes to work out and go to the gym, and I couldn't even do that. I didn't even have the energy to do that at the end of the day because I booked my tattoos pretty much right after work just so I could hammer it out. I wasn't really wanting to do tattoos at like 8, 9 p.m., even though that did happen sometimes. Long story short, I had to stop because I started to resent the work. I was just sacrificing too much, and because I had done this for a couple of years, it just took such a big toll on me. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, why wouldn't you just go into tattooing and have more work-life balance and not hate your life as much? And I definitely was, I'll explain why in just a minute as to why I didn't do that, but before I do that too, I mean, just to preface, like after some time, I wasn't taking up to 10 clients a week. I was needing to dumb that down significantly because again, like it was just way too much, and I definitely got better at spreading out my appointments over time. But the reason why I didn't actually want to continue is I just tried something that I ended up being pretty good at and could have technically done, but it was not fulfilling for me, and it was starting to feel like a chore because there was quite a few things that I just didn't like about it. So I think one thing is I do consider myself to be much more introverted, maybe despite what some people might think about me, but I have a tendency to want to be alone. I'm a homebody. I don't necessarily want to exert too much energy all the time. It just takes a lot out of me. And so something about having, you know, a client or providing a service like that, and when it's in person, you just have to be so on all the time. And if it's back to back, my job, my 9 to 5 is also can be demanding in that sense as well. Essentially being with a client for up to 3 hours and having maybe 2 that night, it's just so much. Or I should say it was so much on me. A lot of people can do this and have no problem and probably thrive off of it. Another portion to this too is that I was always making art for other people. It was never for me, and that became more of a chore as well. I just constantly had to make other things that other people liked. I had to change things for other people within the art that I made, and the art and the style of art that I was doing, I started to get quite bored of as well, because I really did stay in it because of how in demand it was too. I feel like it was just something that became less of a creative outlet for me and just more work, really. It just became another thing for me to do. Essentially, it wasn't like something that I was pursuing out of love for, if that makes sense. I also knew that I was always going to hit a ceiling with it at some point. Even if I did leave my 9 to 5, I was always going to be trading my time for money, which is something that does have a ceiling at the end of the day, and I would have hit a max with that. And that isn't exactly the goal that I have when it comes to work or when it comes to starting a business. However, that step definitely needed to happen in my life, because without becoming a tattoo artist and doing that for a few years, I wouldn't have been exposed to Procreate necessarily, or maybe just not as quickly, who knows, but essentially that's what made me really fall in love with Procreate. And I have been able to have the time back just to create so much more, and it's been so fulfilling for me, even though the money is obviously not around anymore without doing obviously tattoos, but like I definitely noticed the difference in terms of my bank account. But at the same time, I am of the belief that I will be able to do this again in a different outlet that actually makes me happy. And I know that there's 1,000,001 ways that you can make money as an artist online, and especially with digital art these days. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm just starting a new venture, and I'm doing something that means a lot to me. Yeah, so hopefully you guys found maybe the story a little bit helpful if you guys are on a journey of maybe wanting to explore tattooing, or if you're just starting out with digital art as well. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions that you have in the comment section below, and feel free to give this video a thumbs up as well, and subscribe to my channel if you guys found any of this helpful or insightful. But either way, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys here next week. Bye.